For years, I thrived in the high-pressure business world, but the workaholic life finally caught up with me. I was 35, very overweight, in chronic pain with severe mobility issues, terrible diet, no exercise. My health was a complete wreck. Then I went to a gentle yoga class and felt truly relaxed. The stress just melted away. I went from a size 18 to a size 8. I stopped getting sick. Pain disappeared. I learned to open my heart and I felt happy for the first time in years. So I said goodbye to the business world and started teaching. Yoga doesn't have to be strenuous. The easiest movements can trigger major release of chronic symptoms, no matter your age.
Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems.
Hello, I'm Deborah Devine. Welcome to Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems. So that was my story you just heard in the opening. I had real problems, but they were solved when I found gentle yoga.
Let yoga be your secret weapon to calm your heart, reset your nervous system, and soothe your mind. Hangover recovery is easy with the power of yoga. Join me as we sharpen the mind, settle the stomach, and make you feel human again.
So we're going to begin with a wonderful warm-up, shoulder cycles. We'll come to the mat and stand in Tadasana. We're going to inhale the arms out and up, and then exhale, hands to heart. Now, if that's painful for you, be easy. Be very gentle on yourself. We don't want to be moving into the pain zone. We'd like to stay in that boundary between comfort and discomfort. So anytime you feel pain, do less. We're going to inhale the arms out and up one more time. Exhaling, hands to heart. And then we're going to take the right arm up and over. We're going to let the head rest over onto the right side. And then we'll just press the hand into the head and the head into the hand very gently, opening up the neck, opening up the shoulders. Now let the left arm come up just a few degrees. Rotate the upper arm bone externally. Let the palm face the sky. A couple of breaths here, reaching out with the arm very gently. And then we'll take the arm back down and we'll begin to bring the forearm behind the back. A couple of breaths here. And then we'll release that left arm, release the right arm, come back to center, circling the shoulders. Circling the shoulders. And then the left arm is going to come up and the head is tilting over. Right arm comes out. Couple of breaths here, reaching out, feeling the left hand press against the head very gently, and the head is resisting against the hand. Spreading the fingers nice and wide on that right arm. And then rotating the upper arm externally, palm faces the sky. Long, slow, smooth, and complete in and out breaths. Come back on the heels. Let the arm come down, and then the forearm will begin to come up behind. Maybe you can reach up a little bit more. Bring the head of the arm bone back, and then we'll release the head, release the other arm, and circle the shoulders a few times. Now, we're going to be taking some side bends. We use the bolster and place it sideways, widthwise on the mat. And then we rest our hip right up to the long edge of the bolster, draping ourselves over top so that we create a lot of space between the bottom of the ribs and the top of the hips. Now let your head come back toward the back plane of the body so that you can feel a little bit more open on the front. Bottom knee is bent, top leg is long. Let your head rest down on your arm, or maybe you could use a pillow or a towel. Let the top arm come up, and then grab onto the top wrist with the bottom hand and begin to make space by pulling. Press away with the top heel and take a few long, slow, smooth, and complete in and out breaths. These side bends are so effective because we're creating a lot of space in the belly. On the left side of the abdomen, we're dealing with the stomach, the spleen, and the descending colon. By breathing light and spaciousness into these areas, we can really create this idea of lightness and expansion. And when we're dealing with acidity, we really need to open up the belly and give some ease here. There's so much tension and we hold so many emotions in our belly, in our midsection. Now, we'll let the top arm come down and the top leg will bend. And then we'll just use our upper body strength to come up. Take a moment to allow that to integrate. Now for the next pose, we're going to be taking a child's pose with 2 chairs and a bolster. So we have 2 chairs close to each other. You can take your knees wider apart. And then we've got the chair a little bit closer in to create a very high incline. If you've got a folded up blanket or a towel, that will work as well. Now, we want to get some compression going on with the belly. So we inhale and lift the front spine, and then we exhale, come toward the bolster and rest the forehead on the blanket that I prepared here. You can rest your forehead, and then you can have your hands resting on the chair seat, maybe holding on to your hands this way, turning them over. Yes, like that. And then again, bringing awareness into the back bottom part of the lungs. Long, slow, smooth in-breaths. Feel the ribs opening out and up. Long, slow, smooth, and complete out-breaths. Feel the belly come to the spine very gently. Feel the waist and the midsection collapsing, and then draw awareness and breath down into the bottom parts of the lungs. If you'd like to pause at the end of the out-breath and just rest there for a few moments, that can have a very soothing effect on the nervous system as well. It's so important to think about whether you'd like to breathe through your nose or your mouth, but the nose was designed for breathing. It moistens the air and it removes all of the impurities that we might be breathing in. Let's come up either to a wall or a chair, and we'll take our legs up in inversion. If you'd like to support your pelvis with a bolster, that can be really wonderful and very nice for the low back. We take the legs up and we begin to circle the ankles and we spread the toes. Now, let's bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees splay apart, and we can rock the pelvis back and forth, just releasing any last tension and gripping in the hips. We could also butterfly the legs. Viparita Karani is a wonderful pose to end the day. This is Daria's favorite pose before she goes to bed. And it's so effective. It really helps us turn off the fight-flight aspect of the nervous system and turn on the rest and digest aspects. Another wonderful practice is to use sandbags So when we use sandbags, or rice bags in this case, we just place it on the lower belly. And that helps us really ground the pelvis. Gives us a wonderful sensation of being able to completely surrender into the floor. Using an eye bag is also an excellent way to help calm and cool the brain. We don't want to put the eye bag directly on the eyeballs, but we just rest it on the brow bone and the forehead. That is a wonderful way to experience Shavasana, the tranquility pose. Now, let the shoulder blades rest on the ground. Feel the pelvis completely surrendered. And we'll take a long, slow, smooth in-breath into the feet and the legs, breathing in light and spaciousness, and exhaling tension, exhaling holding. Another long, slow, smooth in-breath into the back, the spine, breathing in light and spaciousness, and exhaling tension, exhaling holding. Another long, slow, smooth in-breath into the belly, into the heart, into the lungs and the arms, breathing in light and spaciousness. Exhaling tension, exhaling holding. We take a long, slow, smooth in-breath into the neck, into the whole face, the eyes, and the brain. Breathing in light and spaciousness, and exhaling tension, Exhaling, holding. Feeling the bottom jaw come away from the top jaw. Feeling the eyes shrink and fall to the back of the eye sockets where they rest quietly behind the closed eyelids. The left eyebrow moves to the left, the right eyebrow moves to the right, and the forehead moves back to the crown. We feel the front brain sink toward the back brain, and we surrender completely. We take a long, slow, smooth in-breath into the neck, into the whole face, the eyes, and the brain. Breathing in light and spaciousness, and exhaling tension, exhaling holding.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and stay up to date on all the latest videos. And let me know in the comments section below what other kind of videos you'd like to see.